Sarah, you should be wearing makeup for beauty channel. No. Well, I guess I'm wearing mascara, but I put my glasses back on because second take is the best take. And also I put on a bra for you, so just be grateful. I am beautiful. No matter what they say. Words can't bring me down. Okay, start a video. Today I wanted to talk about something that deeply annoys me. Crazy that I want to talk about that. I work in an office and I love working in an office, except for the fact that food is an inevitable topic, and women always talk about food in such a shame-based way. Inevitably, somebody will bring donuts or somebody will have lunch and it won't fill them up, and so they need a snack or something like that. And the food talk turns into this weird song and dance of like, should I? No, I shouldn't. Oh, I just feel so bad. First of all, boring. Second of all, it's a form of policing because the woman who's talking is not only talking about just her body, she's talking about all women's bodies and how all women's bodies work. She's saying, I feel guilty about this thing, and if you don't feel guilty about this thing that I feel guilty about doing, you're doing something wrong by your body. Third, I don't want to only be talking about the women who are actually saying this, because obviously nothing happens in a vacuum. That's dumb. It's happening in this culture where food for women is about like nourishment and not really about enjoyment, and about picking the correct food and then eating just enough to be a little unsatisfied, because that is the correct amount to eat if you are a woman, because nobody will call you a pig and nobody will call you fat and nobody will be like, oh, this must be your cheat day, you know? 4, I, Sarah Mowry, when I am in this kind of workplace and when I am confronted with this kind of stuff, do feel like my body is being shamed because I work very hard not to have this kind of guilt about myself and about my body and about my stuff. And also when you hear this a lot of the time, even if you know it's toxic and you know it's wrong, you start to believe it. You start to believe that, oh, she's very healthy. I'm not, because I enjoy cake, or because I don't care if I have had 18 cookies today. You know, I don't care. And so I must be less healthy than she is. Like, I must actually be less than her. Her body must be better than mine. Her worth is more than mine. Because so much of a woman's worth is put into her body by society. This is the last point I have. I want to hit on the point that it is hate speech, guys. When you talk about your body, when you talk about feeling guilty and hating your body and feeling like you shouldn't do a thing that would nourish you, that feeds you, that gives you calories, gives you energy, you are inflicting hate upon yourself. You are inflicting hate upon all the other women around you and all the other bodies around you, because you are placing worth upon food in a destructive way. It is a destructive relationship to have with food. I want to acknowledge that as a size 8 in women's clothing, I am privileged by the way of size. So obviously my experience is just from the woman that I am. It is not to speak to anybody else's experience who are sized differently or has an eating disorder or anything like that. But I do want to say, if I am feeling attacked and shamed by, people talking destructively about their own bodies, I really can't even imagine people who maybe don't have size privilege or do have eating disorders in office spaces and dealing with that kind of stuff. Sure, don't say those things because of yourself, but also don't say those things because you don't know the relationship with food that the other women in your office have. You don't know those relationships, and you should not try to influence them, even with your own self-hate speech, because it is influential, because you're just mirroring what society is saying, and that is wholly an uninteresting thing to do. It's wholly uninteresting, and it's bad. It is not good, right? Just let me eat my bread in peace, and I don't care.